All right, awesome, guys. So, based on the awesome lineup that we have for you guys today, we have a big dog. She looks like a princess, but she's a big dog. We have a PR guru. She's an artist and influencer manager. She's a voiceover artist. She worked in finance, which means she can set you also there by finances. Her love language is music. She has worked with so many artists. Nasty C, Strava. She is not here to play. I'd like you guys to please give a round of applause for Lisa the Great.
Bo, bo, bo,
Oh, it's
bo.
real. How are you doing, Mama?
I'm doing great, guys. How are you doing?
We're
So,
good.
so
And I
awesome.
think we also need not to forget that she's also an event organizer,
Absolutely.
writer, and a radio and TV
Yay!
presenter.
It doesn't end.
It doesnking
doesn't end.
Kingwanyana wa climbing the ladder.
nice.
Look,
Hustlers energy.
look. We are so excited to have you here today.
Likewise.
Thank you so much for investing your time and your knowledge into
you.
our artists, which is
Yeah.
absolutely what Vibe is all about, right?
Yeah.
We are here not just to have artists, but we want to see them grow. We want to see them reach their potential, and we are so appreciative that you are here today.
Yeah.
If you could just tell us a little bit about yourself and your brand and who you really are and what you bring to the table.
Hey man, I come with the table, but I think you guys managed to encompass it all.
Yeah.
I'm somebody who runs her own agency, SM Media, under which I do PR marketing as well as artist management, amongst other things from brand development, social media management, as well as a whole lot of other things. But that is the main encompass of what it is that I do. I've been doing this business for quite some time now. Soon we'll be clocking 10 years. But I've really just been trying to push the entity. I mean, I professionally really started doing this about, 6 years ago now. And I really have been so focused on this hustle because it's meant a lot to me to be part of the music industry and contributing in a different way, and not just in the way of just, doing music or anything like that, but really taking care of the minds and the creativeness of those that come forward and really put out their stuff there for us. So it's been important in terms of trying to build the brand and really just offer what it is that I can to my contribution to this ecosystem. And I love it with all of my heart. Yeah, man. I think that covers it
In a nutshell.
in a nutshell.
Absolutely.
Well, with that being said, right, how is it like handling artists or influencers? Because in this industry, we have a lot of personalities. Someone comes with their own personalities.
Yeah.
I come with mine, you come with yours.
Yeah.
How do you handle such many personalities at one time?
It's either you got it or you don't. Honestly, when you work with people, especially, you can always expect that things will definitely always be volatile. We come with different sets of emotions, values, beliefs. So carrying that into whatever it is that you do will definitely go without saying. But you gotta be somebody who knows why you're there and what you're doing it for, no matter who comes in with what set of energy, and really just putting out whatever it is that you need to so that you can get to your goal.
Yeah.
But working with people can be rewarding, but it also can be very difficult because, as you can imagine, people have different personalities, like I've
course.
mentioned. But I love working with people, so I think I am a great people manager.
Absolutely.
So otherwise, I don't think I'd be here. But I've
Bro.
managed to manage those energies, those people, and all of that. And so it's really become a big part of what I do. Otherwise, I think I would have definitely been in the wrong industry because I work with so many
Yeah.
people. But yeah, I love it. I love it with every part of me. I love working with people. I love meeting different people. I love different energies. I love, just coming across different ideas that people come with collectively.
Yeah.
So yeah, just the whole network being around working with different people
Yeah.
is why I do what I do, and just obviously for the satisfaction of seeing the results, collective of work coming together from the different minds and us really just making something that's bigger than what we could have imagined. So yeah, man.
Yeah.
I love it.
I think so I just want to ask, when it comes to artists and their different personalities and their different objectives, what is your compass? So for example, if maybe you want to fix someone's brand,
Yeah.
do you do that tailored towards their own objectives, or do you do it based on what the industry wants right now? What is your compass? What is your perimeter? How do you work hand in hand with brands?
Oh, it always starts with the artist. I
Yeah.
believe in that. I think different people have different methods for how they work. For me personally, I definitely always love getting into the mind of the artist and say, what is it that you want for yourself, and how or
Okay.
where do you see yourself fitting in, and how can I help you achieve exactly that?
Yeah.
And I'll obviously come in with my set of expertise and then say, okay, cool. I see this is what you want to do. Here's how I think we can get you. Here's what I think I can offer you to elevate that. So it definitely starts with the artist always, because at the end of the day, you're bringing to vision their life and that you're encompassing as your own thereafter to really try and see that vision come to life. But it always begins with them and the vision that they have for themselves. I think the worst thing is taking someone, taking their creativity or whatever it is that they come with and changing it into
Yeah.
something that they didn't want to in the first place. I think
Yeah.
that's how we lose ourselves. That's how we lose our craft. And a lot of the time, that's a recipe to just make somebody very miserable. So yeah, it starts with the artist, and
Yeah.
their vision.
Okay, that is understandable. So, with that being said, and all that, this is my last question. So, um, with artists, right? You have given examples inside with different artists and how. I'm not sure if I should mention his name or what, but you made an reference to someone and how they display their image to the public,
Yeah.
right? So if you find someone who says, um, I'm an artist, I love music, I love doing influencing, um, but I don't know where to start. In fact, not knowing when to start, but I don't know when to post, how to post, and what to post. And they're not really much into social media, but they do have social media accounts, but it's not really that active. They're just there to like watch other people and not even care, but they want to make music or they are making music. So how do you juggle that? How do you say, okay, now this is the first step that we're going to take, moving to this so that they can recognize their potential and also have a great image out there?
I think that forms part of my job in terms of obviously doing analysis of the type of people that I work with. Again, it goes right into how the person envisions themselves, and then obviously matching it with whatever I see for that artist, because we won't always have the same ideas. But I may have something that may elevate you further, or you may come with something that I've never thought of. But it's really just a collaborative effort of different ideas. But wherever I'm seeing a gap, I'm one person that will always highlight it. Hey, I think we could work this out better. I think you could style yourself better like this. I think that we can enhance it if we did this better. But again, really reaching that fine line between, making that nice career adjustment, but also not changing who the person is.
Yeah.
Because then it becomes hard to commit to that if it's not who you are.
Yeah.
So a lot of the times, even with brands, I'll always say, when we look at brands that we want to affiliate you with, what is your wish list so that I can get closer to who you are than offering you something that's completely different. I don't see what's the point of associating you with an alcohol brand if you aren't into alcohol, because then
Absolutely.
it becomes harder for you to actually maintain and stick with the brand's
Yeah.
values and whatever it is that then we need to uphold for for the brand.
Yeah.
So yeah, it trickles right down to everything else, man. If I see that you're somebody who likes dressing in baggy clothes, hell, we're gonna find baggy clothing
Streets,
stores
yeah.
to really try and match that. And if I can see how I can just make it a bit of a cleaner look,
Yeah.
I'll do that. But I'm definitely not gonna change you from baggy clothes now to princess clothing.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be weird. So
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Yeah, you said something in there that really stuck with me. You said a PR practitioner is like a lawyer.
Yeah.
Right? I can't guarantee that your case will be won, but I can fight for you.
Yeah.
Right? And I believe in that so much. So I just want to ask you my final question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think South African artists take their craft seriously? And for more context, in a sense of discipline, do you think they are disciplined? Do you think they have the willingness to learn more and to educate themselves about the business? Or do you think that they just believe that their talent is enough? Because sometimes artists can be very naive, and that could obviously lead them into not the best situations. But do you think that they take their craft seriously in a sense of they want to invest in it, they want to know more about it? How can they save? How can they how can they enhance themselves? Are they disciplined? Maktiwa, there's rehearsal at 12. Are they wallowing around, or by 12 o'clock they're at the studio? Like, do you think that they invest in themselves as much as they should? And if not, how do you think that you would suggest that to an artist?
Yeah, so the answer to that is yes and no. I've had the privilege of working with a bit of older generation and the younger generation, and there's always been such quite a distinct separation
Yeah.
in terms of their values and what they believe in. I've definitely noticed with the older generation, it's so much more easier for them to stick to time, to take their craft seriously, and really uphold those values that they believe in.
Yes.
What I've come to notice with the younger generation, and definitely a lot more with the Amapiano artists, is their lack of respect for other people's time, their lack of respect for their brand as a whole, seemingly because I think it goes into this. We're now in an era,
Yeah.
everything just comes to you, everything's so quick.
Yeah.
You know, you just become an overnight success. You don't really need
Absolutely.
to work
Yeah.
at it, you know, and it becomes harder to maintain when it was so easy to come by. You think that it will always last, but
Yes.
as quickly as it came, it can leave just as quickly, right?
Yes.
So yes, there are people that take their craft seriously and are doing the most that they need to do to uphold that and keep by it and make sure that their brand stay clean. But also, there are people who aren't holding those values, and I really, really, really hope that there are people that can learn to have consideration for everybody that forms part of that ecosystem, that
Absolutely.
shows up to a pitch, that shows up to a shoot, that shows up to anything. Respect your time, because I don't think you always want to be known as that person. So it is super important to always keep your brand clean and ensure that everybody respects who you are and what it is that you're coming with. But respect yourself first, because how you represent yourself is how we first take you in, what we acknowledge
Absolutely.
about you. So it's a bit of this, bit of that, but I'm
Yeah.
hoping that the younger generation can learn a little bit more. But I also believe that sometimes being young leads you to be naive. So with time, I hope that it gets better. But I hope that, you know, with the younger generation, that they really do take their craft seriously,
Yeah.
seriously enough to ensure that they understand that certain levels of things that they do aren't sustainable for long haul, especially if you want to be in the career for, like, in the music career and the music
Longevity,
business
yes.
for the long haul.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm so happy with that.
I am also happy with that. Before we let you go,
Yeah.
a young Yana quiz. Let's just a young Yana quiz. So I'm just going to ask you questions. You're just going to choose between the two.
Okay.
So vinyl or streaming?
Streaming,
DJing or producing?
producing,
Composing or mixing?
composing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that. I love it. Thank you so much for
People follow you if they want anything about
Yes.
you, know anything about you. Who is Lisa the Great? What does she do? Where can they find you?
Simple. You can follow me on my personal page or my business page. On my personal pages, Facebook, it's Palesa Moditambi. On my Instagram, Twitter, you can find me at _Lisa the Great. On my business pages, you can just follow me at _by BY Media. So BY Media, ESA Media, all one word. Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you
Your
for
presence
having me.
is so felt. We thank
you.
you so much. You are wonderful. Keep doing great things. We are looking at you. You are
so
our
much.
sister in the media space.
Hell yeah.
We love you. Keep doing what you're doing. And thank you so much.
Thank you so much, guys, for
for
having
being
me.
with
Yeah.
us. Yeah. Great. That was so amazing. We are the Vibe Creative Club. We are broadcasting live from White House, Soweto. And it's a vibe. It always is a vibe. Never not a vibe.
It's a vibe.
I know.